So when we're there, will everyone have any free time? What does the agenda look like? And will there, be any group discussion time?
Yes, we will definitely we'll have group time together, but there will still be plenty of free time. And I would say, each morning an approximate agenda of course it's going to vary based on the weather and the activities that people are doing that particular day, but an approximate agenda would be obviously getting up and we all meet up downstairs in the dining hall or, at the tables in the restaurant area at the beach. And we'll have breakfast, coffee, hang out a little bit. And depending on the topic of the day, we may have a little bit of group time. Then we might, disband and then reconnect a few minutes later. To have, allow a little bit of time to get ready for you to get out, get ready to go out on your adventures for the day, but then we'll reconnect to have some group time before everyone does that. Sometimes we will decide to have group time later in the day. The weather can sometimes dictate what, for example, if people choose to do the zip line, if right now, for example, it's not windy, it's not rainy, it should stay pretty good. Okay, just say this is in the morning. Okay, it's a good idea to do the first tour or do it earlier in the morning. And in that case, we would probably have group time later in the day. Of course, there are some activities that are included and will be scheduled, outside of group time that would be scheduled, depending on which retreat we're talking about. But there are also optional activities that you can do, like the zip line or a horseback tour or something like that not everyone is going to want to participate in. And maybe you just want to you just tour around town and check out some of what's happening in town, or maybe you want to go on a hike or do a different activity. So we will have group time. We'll likely recap, have a little bit of group time later in the day, like after dinner or during dinner. And other than that, you have lots of space to, even if you wanted to go take a nap, you're going to have time. It's going to be a very good balance, that will cater, we're able to cater to different interests, different energy levels of the day, what have you. Does that help?
It does help a lot. And I really like the idea of having those discussion times at various points of the day. And I just remember, 2 years ago when I was on the trip, and one of the best discussions times that we had was at nighttime in Samara. It was in the evening, and it was just sort of spur of the moment discussion that we all were just sitting around drinking a little bit of wine. And I think that was probably one of the best group discussions we had during the trip. So yes. Fantastic. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the thing about Costa Rica is their saying is pura vida, and their attitude is just really go with the flow, and in kind of just like enjoy the journey, like like I say all the time. And that is when you approach things from that fluid, open perspective, those awesome conversations can pop up, and they're not, you can't always plan those awesome things. And you don't, if you're rigid in what the expectation is for the plan, then that can limit the amount of joy that you do have in that journey. So that is part of the reason why the retreats are here, is Yeah, we're going to keep an approximate agenda, but it's going to be approximate because that is ultimately part of the experience.
Yeah, that was just phenomenal experience.